Happy April 20th and 420 to you potheads out there. Happy Resurrection Day. It's very appropriate that I put this message out today because there's definitely a resurrection that's happening. My name is Tara. For those of you that don't know me, feel free to go on my page and look at any videos I may have. But I have been proclaiming an awakening that's here, and I've kind of tried to describe the awakening that I've gone through and what I believe it to mean. Well, I was up a good portion of last night writing down notes. I've been struggling, asking for signs, looking for signs, and today it was told to me that I am the sign. And that it hit me pretty hard. But with that being said, my next step is to communicate to the world. Why? Why am I bringing you this message? I am one of the ones that the prophets prophesied about, okay? I am a voice that is supposed to proclaim truth, and it's going to disturb some people. It's going to bring peace to a lot of people. It's going to hopefully ignite the awakening in a lot more people. I'm supposed to ignite the fire, and I'm supposed to stir hearts. It's what I'm called to do. So, I am a sign. I was also told that I am the miracle that my ancestors prayed for. For many, many, many generations, there has been all kinds of mental, emotional, and physical abuse. And I was the overcomer. I'm the one that was able to move past the lies and the illusions and the traumas and heal from them so that I could heal the generations to come. I am the answered prayer to all of my ancestors that prayed for help. And unfortunately, most of them aren't going to be around to see the answer to their prayers. But that's how it goes, guys. If we look back generationally, we even look back at the Bible, we see how there's people that went and they started a work and they never got to see it to completion. But I gotta take my shoes off to get a little bit more comfy. I'm gonna be here for a little bit. So I'm a wayfinder. I'm an overcomer. I'm a chain breaker. It's what I do. But I'm also a voice in this awakening to bring truth and light where it needs to be. So I'm going to tell you guys, the reason why I'm doing this is because I remembered who I am. I'm remembering what has been imprinted on me over many lifetimes, okay? I'm remembering what my true connection with Source, with God is. And that's what I'm here to help others understand and realize, help them to remember who they are. I'm not any more special than anyone else, okay? We all have the same capability. So let's roll into this. So when we talk about the awakening, what are we awakening to? When I said that we are in the end times and we're in the time of revelation, what does that mean? We are going from the old world and the old ways of doing things into a new world. There's a new world that's going to be established, okay? So what is this new world? Tara, what are you talking about? What are we working? What are we moving toward? Like, what is this new world? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's going to be about restructuring of global systems, okay? We're going to be we're going to be addressing the injustices, the inequality, the imbalance within society, okay? And, that goes into religion, politics, and societal structures, okay? So we need to get back to spiritual truth, universal laws, and collective consciousness. We all need to be on the same page. Guys, we are so caught up with, discrimination between races, discrimination between, economics and, all these different things. And it's not just in our country. There is discrimination of races and ethnicity in other nations around the world as well. This is not just for our country. This is for the world. Believe me, we all have the same. We're a collective consciousness. When I say collective consciousness, there's an education that needs to be taken place and understanding how we are all connected. When we start understanding energy, and how we come from energy, and who we really are. See, these truths have been hidden from us. The evil in the world, that's what they've been doing. They've been controlling us, they've been manipulating us, and they've been using it through all these different structures, and they've been hiding the real truth from us. So not everything you've been taught in churches is truth. There's a lot of wonderful things that came out of it. But they kept you nice and tucked in, and they kept you within your lines because they didn't want your light to shine too bright. Nope. They wanted to keep you right there because they didn't want you to make a difference. Well, quite frankly, I'm here to change the world. And what I mean by I mean by the collective consciousness. There's a lot of us that are awakened. There's a lot of people out there that are proclaiming this same message to a degree. There's energy healers. I know the spiritual spiritual activator, Oliver, his wife, her name is Mandy Morris. We have Joe Dispenza. He's been teaching about the brain and how about the pineal gland, and I've been listening to him. I've also been listening to Sophia Persimmon. She also has been bringing truths about what's really going on. Upstairs, we have Abraham Hicks, which is Esther. Her and her husband that has passed, Jerry, they were on a mission to teach how to connect with source, with the collective consciousness. So this is not just Tara coming out here, pulling this stuff out of her rear end, okay? So with that being said, we need to get to a place where within religion, politics, and societal structures that there's transparency, there's compassion, there's a deep connection with a higher consciousness. Right now we follow like sheep is what we do. We walk around and we're just like, oh, so-and-so said this, therefore it must be true. Listen, truth can be known. If there is any confusion as to what truth is, then that means it's probably not true, because truth is truth. You feel it in your bones, just like I feel this message in my bones. There is no mistaking about what I know to be true. And the closer you get to that connection, the closer you come to understanding. Your intuition speaks to you. It tells you exactly what you need to know. It tells you what truth is. So we need to move away from fear-based leadership and hierarchy. We need to embrace cooperative and inclusive, heart-centered approaches. Okay? So let me tell you something. The world as we know it right now is changing. The leaders that we are following right now are not going to be there for very much longer, guys. Everything's changing. And where does it start, though? It starts within the individual, guys. So let me explain to you what the collective is. When I say collective consciousness, we all come from the same energy. We all come from source. We are all connected. That's when I mean collective consciousness. But we're not all awake. And so we're not all aware of how we are connected because we're not awake. We don't understand our connection. So for those of you that are poverty level and that are struggling constantly and are battling day in and day out with anxiety and worry and, with mental, emotional, physical ailments, you can heal yourself. Okay? We all have that capability. Jesus was not the only one that could heal. All of us have that same capability, but that truth has been hidden from us, guys. When they talk about manifesting, listen, all of us can live in complete and utter abundance. And that's when we talk about, coming into being equal. It doesn't matter your skin color, it doesn't matter your race, what culture, what country, what economic status we all have the capability of being abundant in all areas of our lives, healing our physical ailments, getting away from the abuse that we've endured. And the reason why I can sit here and the reason why this has been so imprinted on my heart is because I've been to hell and back on all of those levels. Okay? I might not have dark skin, but let me tell you something. I have felt that same discrimination in other areas of my life. You want to talk about the inequality of the sexes. Okay? There's been times where I've walked into a room and there's a double standard, the men and the women. I'm telling you. Now I know that's not for everybody, just like not everybody discriminates against race. But I have felt that same thing. So let's keep moving on. So we need to be empowering individuals with this knowledge, okay? See, this is the truths that have been hidden from us. See, I am manifesting my life right now. okay? Because of the healing and because of me being able to understand my worth and my value and who I truly am in God and Source, I am able to start realizing that my thoughts, subconsciously, consciously, are able to create my reality. You create your own reality. If you are living in a life of chaos, it's because you have created it, okay? And you're like, no, I didn't. I don't want this. You, because of your mindset, have allowed the circumstances that are in front of you. But there's good news. You can change it. I promise you. Truth. I promise you. So we need to be empowering individuals, teaching the truth about spiritual connection, about their worth, about their power, about their potential. Okay? And so we do this. We need to be teaching people about how energy really impacts us day in and day out. Our thoughts, our words, our relationships. Everything that we do, say, think, or feel has energy in it, guys. We come from energy. God, its source is energy. And if you don't understand how that works, then you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. So Oliver, the spiritual activator, he's been teaching about how energy affects us. Everybody's been talking about energy. Joe Dispenza talks about it. Energy is everywhere. I myself am going to start teaching on these things as well. So we also need to be healing, guys, not just physical healing. Now listen, I can come and I can heal you with my hands, but it's a temporary thing, right? If we don't understand how to take care of our bodies, those physical ailments are going to continue coming back, okay? They will. They're going to keep coming back. And this is why I believe that we need to get away from medicating people with big pharma, and we need to start getting to the root of the issues, because we would have a lot less. I think we need to take the money from the pharmaceutical companies and put it into healing practices, into counseling, into people getting help and dealing with the root issues inside. Yes, I just said that. Take the money away from the pharmaceutical companies. Our insurance companies should be putting it towards the healing instead of the aftermath. Oh, well, now she has all this anxiety. Let's throw a pill at her. No. That's not the way we need to be doing it. Matter of fact, we need to also be taking the money that we're putting towards diabetes and towards all the things that are helping the physical ailments from us not taking care of our bodies. And we need to put it towards teaching people how to care for their bodies preemptively so they don't get there. Yeah, I said that too. So we need to be focusing on education. We need to have open-minded dialogue. Guys, listen. I'm not sitting here trying to force anything on anyone. I'm just trying to be the voice that speaks truth, that brings awareness, that sparks awakening in people. We need to have personal transformation. The only person we truly can change is ourselves. But you have to have the tools necessary. And you're in luck, because myself, and there's a lot of us out there that have these tools that want to educate you on how to use them and how to get there. How wonderful would it be to be in a world where we're all in sync, we're all loving each other, we're all being kind, we're all being respectful, we're not trying to manipulate or control or get one over on somebody, we're all helping each other out, we're all working together in oneness, taking care of the poor and making sure that people are fed and making sure that everyone's taken care of. And here's the deal. I am not against wealthy people. I am not against wealthy people at all. I believe that we can all be wealthy. We can all be abundant. But you want to stay in those traumatic mindsets from those unhealed wounds, then you're going to continue down there in that lower frequency, that lower vibration. Okay, those are words you're going to hear me say. So words that are going to be very important are vibration, frequency, alignment. Okay, these are all things that you should be paying attention to. So we are all equal. There is not one person above another. No, they've done a pretty damn good job of making us believe that we're the underdog, but we don't have to be. We choose to believe them because we don't know what our true worth is. Are you going to keep letting them tell you that? And it's not about coming back with revenge, and it's not about coming back with guns ablazing. No, absolutely not. It's about understanding who you truly are. Use our minds, guys. Come in. We learn to love You know, because here's the deal. What you give out is what you get back. Heaven or hell is what we live in our minds. We either live in a blissful state or we live in a hell that we keep ourselves entrapped in mentally, okay? That is the reality of it. You know, I remember when I was living in a hell in my mind and the anxiety, and it wasn't just because, I was doing sinful things. We all do sinful things, whatever you want to call it. But I was trapped in a mental prison. We are trapped in what is the matrix, guys. It's really what it is, you know, and we have allowed evil to overtake this world. We have allowed it, okay? Because we have not understood our strength to stand up in the face of it. That's exactly what I have been doing. I have gotten in the face of it and I have not backed down. And let me tell you something. I've had obstacle after obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, but I'm not stopping. And I know that I'm divinely appointed to bring this message. I am divinely protected. And even though I have obstacles, I know that He is going to help me get through every single one of them. He's already told me that. And He's already been showing me that one obstacle at a time. So, heavy message, huh? Happy Easter. If you're still here listening to this message, right before I put out this message, I spoke with Source, my spiritual guides. I'm speaking to the collective consciousness. This message is going to find itself on the screens of whoever needs to see it. I need to be collaborating with other awakened people. We need to be formulating ways that we can be educating people, because what happens is if we start with the younger generations, we'll be able to impact the generations to come, okay? We all need to be healing, okay? And let me tell you something. It's not just... We need to be connecting with Source. It's the most amazing thing you could ever think of. I walk through the day every day, and He speaks to me all day, every day. It's an amazing feeling. Nature plays with me. The birds, the bugs, the animals, the nature in general. It's amazing. But we're so stuck and worried about yesterday and worried about tomorrow, and we're not present in the moment, enjoying our connection. And you know, when we heal, so when I put out a video the other day about intuition. You won't be able to have clarity unless you heal those things that are inside of you, okay? So I need people to be coming around me, to be connecting with me. We need to be collaborating. We need to be coming up with different things where we can be educating people together. I would like help with that. I need resources to be able to be putting more information out, to be impacting as many people as possible. So if this message touched you, I ask that you please share it. Please put a like down there. This is important information, guys. You can sit here and be like, just ignore. Well, yeah, you can ignore me, but you won't be able to ignore me forever, because I'm not going anywhere. And another thing is this. You're going to see, as things progress forward, that all of this stuff is going to be happening. And then you're going to be like, oh, I remember that one crazy chick. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this message. My email address should be in my on my channel. It's then.vortex@gmail.com, then.vortex@gmail.com. And I need to be connecting with other awakened people, and we need to be coming together, and we need to be sharing and coming together with our resources to get this message out to the world, and to be helping more and more people awaken to join us. Because as the collective consciousness awakens, as each one of us awakens, we raise the vibration, the frequency of the entire collective consciousness. So the more of us that awaken, the more the world is going to waken up. more and more people are going to waken up. So with that being said, I love you guys. And who knows what I'll put out next. I was putting out some notes for something else, so I might be putting that out here later. But I love you guys, and you'll be seeing me soon.